Okay, we're gonna try and truck this as fast as possible. I want to give you really detailed notes while also trying to make this video shorter, but we have a lot of numbers still to get through. So, let's see. We are going to start with So Much Better and then work our way through the entire rest of the musical numbers. I have some just general notes that I really, really, really want to make sure are like at the top of the notes that so that everybody's paying attention. Again, I'm sure you are implementing this, especially if you've already watched the first half of notes for choreo stuff, but it's important to me that you're reminded of you need to be making sure that you take the time from now till opening to do a review for yourself. Like, what do you know you need to work on? Where do you like take 10 minutes, a piece of paper and a notepad, and just write down like what do I know I always mess up? Okay, like what do I know I always like forget? What am I always like really like I can never remember how to do this? And then make that your to-do list as the next day goes to make sure that you hit everything that you want to talk to. Because I'm going to make a work list for everybody and I'm going to go around on Thursday just making sure that I hit all of those things. I may take some small groups, but it's mainly going to be going to individuals and being like, do you know what you're doing here? Okay, let me show you what you're doing here, you know? So yes, the next thing is I need you to make sure that you are staying in character when you dance, because again, that practicing is going to really help, and making sure that you like know what you're doing and do that detail work. Practicing combos that you feel shaky on so that you can be confident and you can play that character, because what I see a lot of is people doing a combo and then they're like, okay, now we transition to the next combo, and I lose like a lot of character that I know you have. We're losing a lot of precision in a lot of numbers, even from like some of my like like most featured dancers. I'm losing a lot of like straight arms or like extensions. I saw a lot of that sadly in Bend and Snap, as well as like Whipped into Shape. It's just like we're giving like 10% of like effort into each move, and we need to make sure that we're flowing through all of them. I would rather see you like go at 100 than you give me like not what the move is. um Facial expressions, again, character, all of that, I need to see like your face in it. You like, same with acting, like acting is voice, it is face, it is body, like that's all in dance. So don't just think that your arms moving is enough, right? And then the last big thing that I really want to echo with what Miss K said at the end of this rehearsal on Tuesday, is I can't hear people sing. Like even in numbers where the mics are good to go, I can barely hear any ensemble stuff. And that makes me sad. Like even small ensemble stuff. Um I know Miss K's really worked hard with y'all on your music, and I'm pretty certain that you know it, but I can't be for sure certain if I don't hear you do it, right? Those things go in tandem. Like Miss K doesn't want to see you not know the choreo but know the lyrics, and vice versa. I don't want to see you, you know, really nailing the choreo and not linking it to the music, because that's what the musical is. If it wasn't, then we just do, a concert, or we would do a recital. But we do all three of these things because they are artistically intertwined in order to tell our story. Okay? Again, add that to your work list. I think that is a really important thing for everybody to do. So yeah. So much better. I think the beginning was pretty sloppy. I think it's because we hadn't touched on much of that because it's not very combo-y. So I'm hesitant to, I don't want to like cut anything, but I am like, I need you to look at the videos we took of that. I know there are videos of that one because I remember being like, we need to take a video of this. Um, and so I need you to uh go back and look at the little things. And also if you know that you were in that number standing in for someone, I want you to go and reach out with them and be like, hey, do you remember, like, do we need to like help like reciprocate information? One of the big things that Thomas and I noticed about that number is there is this the girly pops are like walking, and I believe it is a step cross lean step cross. Watch for that because I think I'm even doing it in the video. So please access those. There is a very specific like run to the back at the then before this she's so much better than before. There's like a sachet or yeah. Chasse, there it is. I'm just gonna cut it. All I want you to do is run to the back because that's one that I'm like, we just gotta get there, folks. There are some really good parts of this number. For instance, I really, really like the runs in. Let's still try and strive to make them a little bit sharper. And the thing that really makes them sharp is the ending. When I'm like running off, da 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 da, and if I take like a long time for my body to settle, I'm still calling attention to myself, even though there are other people running in. So when I do it, I want to be, right? It's like we want it to feel like these people are just like appearing in like dreamland. So yeah, but even the crowding of like we're gonna party da da dee da bee ba bee dee, and then when it comes to the section that Thomas choreographed, again, please do your responsibility of going through that combo in order to respect Thomas's, artistry there. Just because I think there were really good moments and there were like other things that I was like not like, we need to make sure that every time like these numbers have to look better than they were when they were first learned. And right now, I would want to see the dancers that were there on the day they learned it, not the way it looked on Monday. And the reason I say that is because I saw a lot of hesitancy. And again, that's what we come back to, is the hesitancy in the moves. You got it. You got it. So please believe in yourself. Here's the other thing I want to give you too. Through the entire number, at this beginning, all of my like Harvard students that are running around, it's like when you like, I want you to really think about like your extensions of Elle's fantasy, and I want you to match that like pink, bubbly, caffeinated energy, like a pink Red Bull. You know what I mean? Even if that feels outlandish for your character, I'm gonna shout out Maverick. Maverick is really good at acting the song, acting the dance, right? Maverick works really hard to make sure that every moment, like, even if like there's like something else going on or whatever, like Maverick is really like a fun person to look at because his face is like electric. So I really want more of that. And then I also, towards the end of the song, like especially when there's the big combo, all the way to the ending, please. I want you to look at the counts for running to the half circle, and I want you to make sure that you are spaced well, because that is something that I might give Thomas even that note of just like, let's quick look at that half circle, and like, let's make sure you run and turn so that's all clean, because right now it just looks a little like Ghost in the Graveyard. It's like, oh, we gotta run, we gotta run. I need it more like planned, yeah, like choreography. And it's really lopsided right now. So yeah, those may not sound so much better. Let's move on to Whipped into Shape. I was delightfully surprised that from Monday to Tuesday, things got better. And I actually talked with Zoe Monday after rehearsal, just to see if there was anything, like any assistance I could provide and like giving some motivation. Zoe came back and was like, hey, I didn't watch the whole video, I'm working through it. I'm like, don't worry, you're good. And still locked in and gave me a way cleaner number. I was really, really happy about it. I don't know if you did it, Zoe, on Monday, but Tuesday, but Monday, the first time we watched it, when you start your solo of, but it's more than just a workout, that walk back should just be once the videotape like restarts, jugu 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 jugu, and then I need you to turn so that we can see that first line. If you did do it Tuesday, keep it up. But I just want to give you that reminder to like, now we got to sing to the audience again. It's been hard just because that beginning part is really hard to like gauge the cleanliness of it without everyone there. No one's fault, just how it is. And I will say, like, things have looked pretty clean. And here's my issue with the entire number. We practiced really, really hard to get our jump ropes all together, all synchronous. And that's why we practiced wrists, right? I want you to remember and reacquaint yourself with practicing the wrist flip. That entire timing, the entire power of the rope is all about the wrists, right? So I need you to do that. It will also help you with your jumps, right? Because if we are not powering our rotations of the rope efficiently, then we're going to need to use our body more and lift our legs more and bend our knees more. So we need to make sure that we are using those wrists and timing it to the beat. You know how to do it, right? You want to anticipate that one, so it flips, flips, flips. I want to hear those jump ropes always on the downbeat, okay? Right? So that's one of the things everybody can add to their work list. Everybody in that number. Work with your jump rope when you're like warming up and make sure that you can get on those downbeats, right? Do a buddy system. Do it in the choir room and the band room, right? River and Logan today, great job on that. I thought that it was looking pretty good. I would like to see more straight arms, precision. The timing, especially in the second verse, was really good. And I can tell that your diagonals are looking really nice. I scream laughed when I saw those price tags. And I know you heard me because I cackle like a bird. But I was so happy with it. It was so funny. My law team, when you're handing those, try to be as slick as possible. And then when you're receiving them, Logan and River, try to be as slick as possible to like, 1999. So there you go. Well, yeah, wow. Trying to think right now of other things I want to give for that. I think the only person who I haven't seen in this number yet is Ruby. Brooklyn, I would just encourage you to oh, I don't know what we decided for the I don't know if we are still sticking with the jump split. The thing you did on Monday just seemed a little uncertain, so I want to make sure that whatever trick we have, it's like we know what we're doing. Or like we just like we're timed really well so that it still works with the joke of the freeze, the pause. So maybe it's like a maybe it's like a jazz split instead, or like a high kick into a jazz split. That could be fun. Um, yeah. Also, I think here's the big thing too, especially the workout moves of the number. Really act the comedy and the power in those. For example, like my ooh, 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 those things are like those are those kinds of things where if you give nothing, it will look like nothing. But if you give like more than it takes effort in real life, it will read on the stage, right? So, like, give me that because that was the energy of those types of VHS tapes, those workout tapes, when they were really popular. It was like, just like giving this fantasy of like is it working out and putting in so much effort to this like posing so cool and ooh feel the burn, right? um we already talked about your prison personas. Again, I really want to see those shine just because I think it's an opportunity where we don't have a lot of things where everybody is kind of one thing. Like we have our Delta News and our, school school folks and our lawyers and all that stuff, and we have a lot of moments where they blend together. We don't often have a lot of things of like everybody is one thing, and this is that one thing. So it's a really great opportunity to like play with like a sea of strong like tough women all working out together is hilarious and awesome and cool, and we should feel that. Again, that timing has to be so clean on those ropes. Practice your rest, practice your rest, practice your rests. I talked about this with I just think I need Allie in the front, so I think whoever's in line one in the middle, I think I need Savannah to move into Allie's spot just because I think I need to see her up front. Also, as dance captain, it's going to be helpful on those sides where we have Kira on one and Allie on the other to make sure that if for some reason you need to watch someone in the corner of your eye as you're going, I'd like it to be Allie. Then, oh, the I already said this, but I need to repeat it because it's really important. Your moments of resetting your rope, like left, right, work it out. I just see people giving up and being like, rope, rope. I want you. Like, I need you to do it in character. Want you whipped into shape, right? And the more smooth you make those transitions, right? The more like you actually take into like the less you drop it, the easier those things are going to be. If you get out of character, that's a transition you've made to like be like, okay, rope. Now I'm back. And it's more steps for your brain to take. Go through with Allie. I'll put it on my work list, but go through with Allie and perhaps I'd even love Kira. Kira is really good at this step. Go through the swipe it, swipe it, swipe it through, jack it up, double jump into the 8 count of the switch foot pivot step, push through. That needs to get cleaned up. And then as we're like walking up, again, if I've given you walking, I want you to take as the opportunity to dance it. Give me freestyle. I'd rather you be like, I think Caitlin didn't say anything other than a walk here, but like I'm feeling the groove. I'm gonna go for it. I want you to do that. I'll tell you if I don't want it there. I'll tell you if I needed to walk, but I don't. Like that's a placeholder for you to get creative and do that acting, right? Keep it big. Use motivation to inform those choices, right? I know it can be daunting to be like, I don't know what to do here. What would your character do? What would your character do? Like if you're at a 10, you're feeling the endorphins of a workout, what would your character do? Okay? And then listen to the note that Thomas gave for the playoff. You know, keep that energy up. Like, whoa, yeah, let's go. I'm going to punch a brick wall. Something, you know, just spitballing here. Let's go to Take It Like a Man. I don't really have a ton of stuff just because I'm going to put it in here just because I want to respect Thomas's stuff and Thomas's choreography and styling of the number. What I will say is good job on the carts, Lily. I know it was your first time today working with that one, so take a little extra time just to see like when you're not doing the number, just to feel that so you can anticipate, you know, how it moves and timing and stuff like that. This all run by Thomas too, but it you all kind of look a little miserable. And trust me, I've worked retail. I know it is. But in those high-end department stores, like a Macy's and above, they are selling you not just items. They're selling you a lifestyle. So even when I'm here, there's a big difference between that and right? Does that make sense? I hope it does, because I want you to think about like if you've ever been in like a really nice place, like even like high-end dining, like if you've been to like um it's like your dad's birthday and takes you out to a steakhouse and the wait staff is like they're like ethereal. That's the vibe. Because would Elle Woods be like, "Oh, this is my favorite place in the world," and then it's people who are so you know what I mean? You all give a little bit of it, like a little bit more personality to it. Especially like when you like if you have lines or you're, you know, moving down stage. That's the whole vibe the whole time, you know? Give it give it shape, give it character while still feeling very like refined, right? They always have this just like nice smile, like, I'm ready to help. Here we go. And it is that thing of like there's a difference between just walking. Again, I always say this. And think about these characters, these department store workers, they're going to carry themselves, right? Because they're selling a fantasy. Um I don't know. This is another thing for a Thomas question, but just putting it out there. When Savannah is selling Subtext by Calvin Klein, Zach is smelling it all the way from the other side. And like, I can't tell that she's spraying a perfume until he goes, what's that smell? Or not even then. Because I'm looking for like, oh, where's the perfume bottle gonna come? And then it comes from the other side of the stage. And I'm like, I don't know if they can like meet a little bit or like if that can be in any closer proximity. Um, or like even if it's just like Savannah, like pull more focus as you're spraying it. Yeah, get a little dancy with it. Um, the carts should feel like dance partners, not just props you have to wheel around because Thomas said you had to. Um, a lot of times I see, oh, also, I need you to get really good at the beginning of the number. It's like all you're doing is looking for your spikes. Like for the last 5 seconds, you like glide on and it's really, oh, cards. And then I see people just heads down. So I want you to practice it to where it's like you know you can get it there. And then if it is a little off, find a way to elegantly just, you know, because everything is calculated and beautiful. And this, nah, 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 nah. The step touches, again, because of the way that they're just so still, they look very military. Like they feel like they're like they just got off their shift working at the women's prison, and now they're working at Macy's, you know? So I want you to just give it a little bit, right? You're proud of your work. You sold. You sold like a really nice suit. I mean, Emmett goes, "Is this the price?" Like you've got Elle Woods. You know that you are making your commission today and then some. Have some pride in it, right? That's really good. And then uh Zach and Elliot, like, great job. I think too, the, you know, when they're the hot, 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 and then you go to either side of the stage, can you make that whole two phrases like your walk towards there? It just feels like you're rushing there, and then you just stop, just because like you're hitting your mark. But I think you can take that whole thing, like, I think it if it's too fast and then it just stops, it's like that wasn't a move, that was a transition. But I think that is the move. Here you'll become what you're supposed to be. You think you can, but you can. Think of the guy you want. That feels like another phrase, right? And then we have those looks. And then my last thing is like, again, please share with us. Please share with us your story. This is a really great moment of like friendship and love beginning to bloom. And my favorite types of like love stories are where it starts with friendship, right? Share as much of that out to us as possible, right? Find more moments to look at each other and be like, you know, things that would like those just little things where it's like, you know, when you're watching a TV show and you're watching like a love, like a romance, and you're like, and then he looked at her like that, and then she didn't know, and then she looked, and then he looked away, but that. My last thing is get really goofy. Like, you can get goofier, you can get sillier with it. Like, I almost think I wonder if Emmett like is trying like a Zoolander approach of walking down the runway, and like, if you don't know the reference, Zach, take like 5 minutes, look up like a like clips or YouTube compilation of like things from the movie Zoolander and Ben Stiller or even Owen Wilson's characters, and like how they walk. Just because I think it's a great era reference, but also it's like it combines the goofy, but like I'm taking this so seriously. And then the whip crack, like the whip crack is not just like looking, it's like right, and that feels very like Blue Steel. So that makes me giggle. Great job. We are now into Bend and Snap. I think so. Yeah. Okay. Monday kind of disappointed me. Tuesday was a little better. A little better. So I don't want you to feel bad about me. Okay. Okay. A lot of things just felt sloppier. Like I said in the beginning when I was talking about so much better, I want to see you approaching the like the runs of these shows from here on out with, it has to be better than the last time we did it, and it has to be better than the first time we did it, when it was the freshest, when I was in the room, you know, choreographing it for the very first time. It just feels like we've lost a lot of the counts. Like we've lost a lot of the get there, get there, get there. Allie, we already worked on a great bit of stuff for the number. And then a Delta Trio, I think that's a really important one to do, like maybe every day, because it's so, like, it is the longest stretch that the trio dances just the trio. And it's like the thing of like, oh yeah, the thing the UCLA cheerleaders made up, like that, like this, they know this like the back of their hand, right? So give me like I want you to take the time with each other to not just be like, I can do this, we do this as a unit. Cuz like I'll just be frank, when I see Elliot step into it, that's when it starts to feel like a unit. But I need it to feel already really, really like really synchronous and really polished and really sharp with you three. I think too, everybody's arms in this one are kind of disappointing me. Everybody's like it feels like very, especially these like ba da da da, they're they're really sloppy. They look really sloppy. Like put your body into it. That's the thing about bend and snap. Bend and snap is the number where we use our whole body with every move. It's never just, you know, trap, they cheer and clap, right? I'm using my whole body, right? Spring the trap. I'm doing this sitting down, right? Like already there's so much more improvement. The trap, they cheer and clap, right? Go there. Be a cartoon character, right? I cannot emphasize enough how much you will like how much more of a difference there is when you put extra sauce on it than you think you need to, right? um this is not this is not the realism show, okay? This is not Waiting for Godot. If anybody gets that reference, you get a high five from Caitlin. So moving on, I think too, I would really like to see a little bit of work done on the like find a time to do this, the five of you, of no, wait before you walk away, and get those counts really down. It can look just kind of like, and I'm just gonna say this just because this is the first thing that comes to my mind. Um, like if it's not timed well and it doesn't feel choreographed, then it looks like drunk girls stumbling at a party just being like, oh woohoo, like I don't know, it feels like a little less calculated. And the whole thing is it is a game. The win condition is get Paulette to believe in herself and bend and snap, right? So all of this is very and snap. Look how good you're getting. And snap, right? Remember that it does, and I'll say this too. The bend or the drop it does not even have to go all the way to the ground. Bow. If it's like, because Paulette is going down all the way and she's like, I would just rather see it like hit that beat, and snap, right? Do you see how fast I'm getting up? Right now it just feels like you're trying to go all the way and then come all the way back up, and it's just taking like, it feels a little sloppy. The walks should be really simple. That trapezoid moment should be really simple right after. Spring the trap. They cheer and clap. Da da. Strut, strut, strut. You guys are just walking. You're not strutting. I need you to strut. Those things should just feel really clean and nice because they're like low impact choreo, but it should have 100% effort, right? Right now I'm seeing a lot of like, or like, shoot, I don't know where I am. So those formations, like I gave so many to y'all, and I know you can do it, but those are really important to make sure that you have. Make sure you have your numbers. Make sure you know who you're passing down or up stage of. I think too, from that point on specifically to the end of the number, everything can move downstage. It kind of has to, right? Because there's not there, right? In the studio, there was like, or the choir room, way more depth towards the mirror. Not so much on this stage. So play the width as and really play downstage to us. The chaos looks really good, but I do need to talk to River and Elora about the scoot, if we're still doing that. And then, oh my goodness. Okay, so two things. Damn boys. First off, y'all, Lily is current, like did a master class today. on how you take the concept, the bit, and you make a mountain out of that molehill. When I saw Lily's damn boy, I could not stop cackling, and it just kept getting better, right? Because it was this like immediate thing, and the costume is so fantastic. But then she's just licking her lips. She's like, yes. And I'm obsessed with it. I will say from both days, I think it can be a little bit more cleaner. Again, this is one thing I would like y'all to work at, your work list, is the walking towards your own choreo and then getting into the slide. It can be lower. But as soon as the damn boys come in, I need everybody in our semicircle to spread out. They do not have enough room. And I need you to give them that room because you have so much more stage to play. So whatever number you hit on that semicircle, you need to scoot on the dome by like three numbers, honestly. Then when again, that whole combination from second that I back end, all of that, review it, make it sharp. I know you can do it. The ending has a fair bit more of like potential in that's bubbling and brewing. Stage right is giving stage left a little bit of run for their money. I need you to match that. And especially when we go downstage, I need you to because it opens up from turned toward Paulette to out, I need you to play the width too. Come down stage. It's going to help the circle. It's going to help everything for the rest of the number. If you move. I'm just going to do it here right in front of you because I know I can do it. I will tell you why. Remember, those are, and I will tell you why. Why I'm too rockin' to lock away. All the boys come a block away. Dropping jaws from a block away. That wasn't even like my full, right? But you see how clean it is, right? Let me just give it to you sharper, right? Even just the I'm too rockin' to lock away. All the boys come a block away. Do you see how like I'm really just like I'm throwing my limbs into it? Right? That's the thing of like when you lose yourself dancing, you throw and you hit, and that's sharp, right? Dropping jaws from a block away. Remember to ha, ha, ha. I know that when Mariah explained it, it's like it is twerking. I just want you to feel like I'm putting it down, right? Put it down. Right now I just see ha, ha, ha. Like go to the plane this way. It's bow, bow, bow. Cool? After that move, I need you to hit a pose and stay in it. Watch me while I walk away. We love to see her walk away. It's gonna be way cleaner because otherwise I can't really tell much else of what's going on here. Then everybody needs to work that. Spring the trap. They cheer and clap. Especially since it's dancer's choice in that moment of like how you do some of those moves. You gotta be clean and you gotta be on time and you gotta be sharp. Yeah? Otherwise it's too messy, and I keep seeing so many people towards the end of this number looking over their shoulder to see what the person that they think knows better than them is doing. And that's not a good strategy. What a good strategy is to watch your videos. Then we are going, this is good, this is also good, but like stay partying in the second, like I depend on my friend, go Paulette right before then, like still be out, and then go Paulette. Then we're missing this, turn out. I depend on my friend, called the bend. You don't start walking to the Aleman circle until bend. You want to like hit that pose, called the bend. And then Elliot's the only one who's been doing this. And snap. para. I know I had talked about like, let's cut it. Put it back. You got it. You know how to do that, right? Because especially now that you're more comfortable in the Allemande. Allemande is looking actually pretty good. I can tell you've been working on it. Even with everybody there. That's hard to do. Okay. Groove it a little bit more. Also, the more you can, when you know you're downstage, play that, right? Give me that. Do we have a chair for Paula to stand on? We did Monday. That was awesome. It looked great. Do we have that? Asking for a friend, because that was the big thing of like, we want you to be able to be on a standable of some kind. And it was there Monday, but it wasn't there Tuesday. I'm wondering if that's a mistake or if that was a decision. Thank you. Abby and Eli, let's also meet to clean up I know that we worked a little bit on the slap. Let's make that a part of your warm-up every day. Like, that is a fight call. It should be happening because it's, a fake violence on stage. So it has to be every day, even if it's as simple as a slap. So then make those last 2 beats really sharp. You see the thing, you see the slap. Oh, crap. Bow, bow. Right? And then my playoff is actually doing really well. Good job. My only thing that I would add into playoff is, again, watch that video. I'm pretty sure it got posted because I was sent it, and I think Thomas and Brittany were as well. Sorry, I keep moving my pants with my pockets. What? Anyways, yeah. I would say my biggest thing with that is like, use it as an opportunity. Every second of that can be ad lib. I'll let you know. Thomas will let you know if it's too much ad lib. But the whole point of it right now is we've made it a device to be able to get people on their feet and join you in dancing to distract them from the transition. So, anytime, like literally, as soon as we do the, and you bend and snap, come on, get up, you know what I mean? Like, use all of that. And then when you get, and then just like say yourself like, yeah, and now we're gonna spring the trap, and then they'll cheer and clap like this. Keep it sharp, keep it dancey, but like also live in that. And then when you get downstage, and even when you're running out, like, oh, shh, quits in session, like, play that. That's funny. You get that moment to like really like keep the Delta Nu spirit going, because then we're not gonna have it for a little bit. Gary European really is currently my favorite number. Pardon me. The reason why is everything, I don't know if it's because when I taught it, I was virtual, so we had to pay extra attention. I don't know what it was. You're doing a really good job of selling the handography. My biggest note, y'all, please look out at me. This is not the show of like, I have to be talking to people, otherwise we are not selling the story. Like, the story is like, you're asking the world this question. You're asking out, right? And I'm just seeing a lot of like, always like just head down, but like really head down, or like kind of just like not in a good space. I want I want most of this number straight out. Because otherwise I lose the funny, right? It's like clowning, honestly, a little bit. Clowning, the art of it is that you're checking in with the audience, right? To see what you should do next, right? And it's this dialogue of like, I mean, there's the elephant in the room, right? You're also like, I don't know, I think about this, blah, 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 blah. Your work on it is really good. Again, always feel free to tighten and precision and sharp, because this number can only get better. There is still room to grow. I do want to say Nathan, you weren't there on the first day we learned it, but I do need you to watch these videos because I saw you looking the whole time at like, what do I do next? I know you can do it. It's just kind of like shrugs and this. So I believe in you. Do it. Do the work. Trying to think of what else. What else? Oh, make the stand up on people's. I have a big announcement. Ha! Really sharp. Right now I'm seeing people go, and I'm like, it's one beat. It's staccato. And especially those simple things at the end that are just those looks and those bounces, right? The sharper they are, the better it will look. And if it's, here's the thing, if that moves like it's like like there's a lot of friction on the movement, right? Like these bounces, for instance, if they're tiny and quick, right? It just kind of it frames what's going on way better than this, right? Like really slow, da da da. Yeah. Make sure just from then on to the very end, things are very sharp and frictionless. Yes. What's next? What's after? Legally Blonde. I had to step out. I'll cry if I ever hear that song. I cry. Remix. We made it. Okay. So here's the thing. There were a lot of things that I really liked about this number, especially in the beginning at the salon. Murph, I think you're really starting to come into your own for Vivian. I think it's really shaping really well, and I think this is one of those opportunities where, since you've started really cracking the egg and you're like, or just like chiseling into, like your stone, let this be a place of like experimentation for Vivian, of like, how silly does she get? Like, push the edge of like, can she get a little bit extra like groovy? Like, where are those moments? Because you have so many funny deadpan moments, and you've really created a strong base for your character. So I think there's room for play. There was one thing. Oh, the kicks on Best Frickin' Shoes, can they be tiny? I'm doing like, I'm seeing a lot of like, whoa, we're trying to make it big. And then it looks like you're like kicking through something where it's like, oh, like I just wanna show you my shoe. Pivot step, right? There was one turn, I think Abby, I think it's in the big combo of the get on your feet cause you secretly blah blah blah. Oh my gosh, especially from the L entrance all the way to that point, that was really, really good. I want you guys to put way more gas into the start of the after roll legally. Right now I just see people kind of reaching and making a straight line. I want you to think more of like, ooh, we're reaching over here. Make it really dancey and extend it. Practice this, I think. Here's the other thing. To give 100% with that combo, you need to be practicing singing with it. Because again, like Miss K said, I mean, this was the number we talked about, but it was the whole show. I need to hear ensemble. I need to hear you, right? I'd rather it be like crackly and really pingy or whatever than and like loud than it be than not audible. Like, I'm not kidding. It was like, I'm like, do they know we're singing right now? So please, folks, it's serious. Yeah, step, reach, step, ooh. That's the other thing too. I just keep seeing people like walking with it. Really focus on your steps. Ka! Make it super musical theater dancey, because I know you can. I think this was the spin here. I think that was where Abby, it was just the other way around. And then this scoop was pretty good. I also don't want you to stress so much about getting all the way to stage left, right? I think that's why maybe like we're like not giving it all the gas for the dancey parts that we want it to, right? Um Make sure you're all chugging. It's like a punch, 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 and that's on the downbeat. I keep seeing people do get on your feet, cause she's get on your feet, or dee da da dee da dee 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 dee. Make sure your arms are correct for this. Do them straight, Caitlin, if that's the expectation. You know, I sorry, but the detective feature dancer moment is just not coming together unless you all work together. Okay, Ruby was there at the cleaning day, and I do trust Ruby to like help with this. So if Ruby can help work this and clean it up really nice, have Allie's eyes on it as dance captain if possible, then we'll keep it. But right now it looks it don't look good. Nobody know what they're doing. And I know it was really fast we learned it, and it was like the mirroring was a little tough. I will cut that and make it just a walk on if it's not cleaned up enough. We were late on the entrance, which is the drum roll. Say legally blonde, da, 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 do, 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 cause she's legally blonde. So on and so forth. So, oh, and then here's my big thing. From that point on, when we are in that formation of that groovy detective moment, I need poses from everybody. You can't just stand there. It's gotta be cause she's legally blonde. Going into the walk when the Delta News come on. Again, it's another pose. What are we listening to? Huh. It's the parody of the ensemble from TikTok that I've been talking about. Goes so big it's insane. And then because yeah, here was my big thing. I saw everybody just kind of standing there, not in character, and then everybody went in for the number, in for the combo. I was like, two different things going on. That's different. Make it same. Make it like, oh my gosh, we're gonna dance again. Ooh, you see how connected that was, right? Stay in character, right? Be listening to the scene. If I wanted you not listening to the scene, I would have put you in a freeze, right? Or I would have like turned your backs to the audience. Y'all, it was going so well. And I'm not kidding, we had really cleaned this up, and like I didn't even really spend a lot of time cleaning it up during the spring break rehearsal because the people who were there for the do 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 do, I cannot do it in this space, I apologize, was so clean, and then it all fell apart and I don't know what happened. Look at that. Please do that as a group. And then again, even my trio, if you can do your little flip like cutesy Mario kick, or jump, and then it's we're listening in again, right? Again, I can't just see you stand there. I can't just see you walk. It always has to be informed, right? You have to act every moment you're on stage. You're telling a story, right? So once you're there, you're listening and like, oh, I wonder what's going on there. Yeah. And then Ireland, boom. Ireland is also one of my favorite things. There's just a couple big things that I'm like, we gotta fix that. I Eli, you're doing a really good job. I just think we need to meet because I've never walked through with you, and I know we can clean some things up. When you guys do the bows, that should be center stage. And remember that you cross around each other for those first two solos, that will get you there to center. Things are looking okay with the do 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 do. But I think that should land on everybody's work list still, just because it's hard timing. So I want to make sure that you feel prepared going in for it. The hey 1 2 3, right into this thing. 1 2 3. Then here's my big thing. The peel off looks pretty good. And then we haven't had everybody here to do the pinwheels. Pinwheels also look pretty good, not gonna lie. I do want you to think about, even though they're through line together, those transitions, those like 2 spots of formations that I put you in, gonna go into pinwheel. It almost is helpful to see those 2 as separate, like not separate, but like just like I'm going to this spot and I'm going to this spot. It's very dance team. It's very cheerleader. Treat it very much like almost mechanical, not in like how you're doing dance moves, but just like I am on this line, I'm walking it, and then I'm on this line and walking it, because it's like that is a very Irish dancey. After the pinwheels, we have to make sure our numbers are shifted, and we have to do it with everybody there, because it's landing so far stage right that it doesn't look, it's like, why is everybody over there? And I know we were missing some people today on Tuesday. We have to look at that, okay? So then we need to center that, and then all of that should be on your work list as well, because it's good, but not everybody is spinning the right way, and not everybody is kicking with the correct leg. So that is one thing we have to look at. Have to. I think that's a thing that you can clean without me there, possibly in the mirror for like 10 minutes, but not even 10. But, yep. And then everybody every day, just because it's like 1 2 3 4 5 should do their, like one after the other thing. So then, remember, when we throw, I'm just going to walk through this really quick, because we just learned it, and then we didn't get a video of it because phones died, and my phone ran out of storage. Whoopsie. So, we look, actually, hold on, I'm going to go. D, barrel roll, pause, jump, and other position. I'm sorry. Back. We have prep, spin, hit, rest, jump, and 1s, 2s, 3s, pivot, step, pivot, look, hey, back step, forward, forward, forward. That gets everybody onto the apron. Again, it should be centered. Then we go left grapevine. We have our lines run into the audience, and we have our other group clump up. I didn't really give you PMS anything because it was just Allie there, and we were running out of time. I do want it to just be like this, like, I'm still grooving and I'm watching. My friend's gonna kill it in court. We have the like, okay, we've got this girlie's law. Okay, is my hair good? Run off. Enid and Brooke are still on the stage like, I can't believe this is happening. Back to the game, back to the trial. When you run out into the aisle folks, you are jumping party, groove, groove, groove. Back to the game, one side of the audience. Back to the fray, other side. Back the hell, cross step, back, push hips. Mr. You're Fired. It all through this is gonna be the changing weight. Mr. You're Fired. Guess who I hired to represent me? You gotta be pas de bourrée. Start on your right, back step, left, back step, right, back step, point, and jump and hop into that point, right? Going low with that step. Yeah, you gotta be, yeah, you gotta be, yeah, you gotta be. Pause. After y'all run off stage, we have you walk into bay 3. I will make sure this is on my work list of like looking at how the courtroom gets on and how we can like have enough room to like get you in there. Maybe you go from bay 2 as opposed to bay 3. Maybe the turn is earlier and you like run and then hit like downstage of the prosecution, just because I did not realize that the prosecution was so tight in there. I thought that was bigger. Whoops. Oh my gosh, I'm almost done. And then for y'all, we have the facing away, 3-step grapevine, 3-step grapevine, finish the grapevine, turn around, legally. Everybody, whether you're strutting into those formations on the stage, hopefully you remember your numbers. I think I can go through it still, but or your step touching is legally blonde. Yeah, she's legally blonde. Oh yeah, I think it's this we decided. Then my aisle people start coming in. We have, oh, she's legally blonde. Oh yeah, oh, she's legally blonde. Oh yeah, that's for aisle people. If you're not in the aisle, you can do the footwork. Aisle people, remember to fill that space, and then on those last two, like, oh, she's legally blonde, I'm going to my spot on the stairs. Legally blonde. Oh yeah, boom pose, or look at Callahan. Great, I hope that helps. I think it'll be really good, but like everything else, you gotta watch it. Okay, I really believe in you. I think it's gonna be really good. I think you can take all of these notes and really run with them. You've watched through. Now, I want you to, okay, hold on. We've got our code for if you've watched this video as well. You've already told me your personal beverage of what you would be. And then now I want you to make up a breakfast item, pastry, breakfast sandwich, perhaps, you know, like a full dish if that suits your fancy. That is like, you are the drink and your food item is like the perfect complement to you, right? So for instance, someone comes to me and is like, paired with my caramelized latte that I would have a breakfast sandwich with avocado and bacon and an egg and hash brown on the side. Great. I will tell you my perfect breakfast order with the drink that I am, which you should know if you watched Act 1. And then at the end of rehearsal, whenever we do notes on Thursday, I will check in with you and you will tell me what I am and what my pairing breakfast item would be. Convoluted? Yes. Entertaining? always. This is a Taco Bell water that I got, and I got this and chips and cheese because I actually just needed the water. Huh. From the bottom of my heart, I am really proud of y'all. And I know that you can apply yourself. I wouldn't give it to you from the beginning if I didn't think you could. The next couple days will be really hard work. The fun and the pride that you will take in telling your story will be worth it tenfold. I guarantee it. Ow, my heart's a little like, ow, I feel really emotional. Just making this video, even though it's probably not even gonna be my last notes video. But just getting to the end of this, like near the end of this process, really means a lot. Again, not trying to waste your time or get too emotional, but we can save that for later. I'm really proud of y'all, and you always make me proud, and this is no exception. And thank you for having grace with me throughout this whole process. It's been a really weird, difficult, different year for me, and the fact that you all are working so hard as you do and continue to do so and will continue to do so always makes this worth it. I always say this every year, but I don't drive out to Prescott, Wisconsin because it's easy on my car. Duh. And because I like to drive a long time. I do it because working with this group specifically is very rewarding. Yay. Okay, talk to you later. This was an hour again. Uh-oh, bye!